Okay, that's perfect. You simply allow the possibility. First, we did an inquiry. The possibility is born within the inquiry. The inquiry leads to a possibility. So we just opened a possibility of having established a habit of not taking things personally. So one layer of unacceptableness is being released. Things that is unacceptable. One layer. Okay, so the other layer is your expectation. We create a value, certain values in our mind, which has been embedded from primarily our family, and then society, our religions, okay, our genes, even karma. Based on those, we have certain expectation. When the expectations are not met, then we'll go into the stage of shock, right? Sandra mentioned something which was interesting. Expecting the person not to betray. So there's a set of rule in a person's mind that we designate this one good and this one bad. This one evil, this one divine. And since you consider yourself being divine or good, anything that's bad, it's unacceptable. True? Is that how it works? All right. So time to time, the light comes to darkness. Sometimes darkness comes to light. You see, the night is now night. A person that's very, very good and it's honest and it's divine, that person just shifts whatever reason. Maybe get sick, maybe get hit by some chaotic energy or something. So things changes. Everything in a stage of change. Nothing stays the same. Nothing stays static. I mean, everything is static. Nothing stays stationary. And because everything changes, you cannot hold on to a person's state. You can still keep on your belief system, your values. That's quite fine. But expecting others to not change, that's kind of doesn't make sense, because every season change, people change. Everything is in a constant change. That's one of the rules of universe. The other one is nothing is good or bad. Everything is the way it is. So stop making value judgment. These are the two rules. They're aha, like you gotta get them. Nothing is good or bad. Everything is just is. Judging is another layer that we consider to release. Buddha says the three things that brings you happiness or prosperity. True happiness is don't judge, don't compare, and don't want. Judging and comparing is very easy to understand. The third one, many people ask me, oh, what do you mean don't want? That's another story for another time. But judging, you understand. You can simply say, okay, yeah, I judge this person. We didn't know what happened. Why did he betray me? Okay. And the minute you accept that something has changed with them, or you can confront them, or whatever. There's some things that you can. The minute you accept that this person is changeable, every person can change from being good to bad and from bad being to good according to my values. Instantly that unacceptableness becomes at least dimmer, right? How is it for you, Sandra? Now, do you feel that it's a little bit less now according to this talk that we just had? A little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, feel a little bit
Yes.
less. Okay, that's great.
Yes, it's very helpful the way you are explaining it.
Mm-hmm.
It helps to accept it and
Right.
take it for what it is rather than carrying the burden on my shoulders.
Right.
And looking at it from a different perspective, and then being able to push it away from me.
Excellent. So the question is, what does it take for every person here? Everybody's different. What does it take for you to switch the unacceptable to acceptable? What does it take for you? It's actually an open-ended question. What is it possible, or what does it take for me to turn an unacceptable to an acceptable matter? And don't answer it. Just let that question to sit with you. This is so different from the way that before we always trying to find the answer. You release the question into universe. As you know, our unconscious mind is connected to every bit of thing in the whole universe. Okay, so as soon as you release the question, it's an inquiry. That's an inquiry. The inquiry itself, according to the quantum physics now, everything is proven it very interestingly. You open the possibilities like a big opening, like a big bubble opens. The possibility of you to turn all the unacceptable things to acceptables. All the meaning, all the means, and all the ways keep opening for you. Okay? Keep on opening for you. If I want to get into that levels, there's too much mental work, and I found out through experience, the more you get into the mental work, the more it gets. So let's get into the unconscious realm and allow the unconscious mind to resolve. By the way, the unconscious mind's ability, just to get a view, if your mind is able to do, say, 20 calculation or thinking, 20 thinking, for example, the unconscious mind is able 20 thinking per second, for example. The unconscious mind can do 20 million per second. Just having a little understanding of what the unconscious mind is able to grasp. So as soon as you open the question of allowing, what does it take for me? What does it take to turn all the unacceptable thing to acceptable? Boom, the unconscious mind, 20 or 2 to 20 million bytes per second, finding out how or what does it take. Okay, so right hand on the heart again. Take a slow deep breath in. Ready and willing to render the questions, to inquiry, I should say. Now you're asking the universe and you're asking yourself, the universe within, what does it take for me to turn the unacceptable to acceptable. Allow the question to sit in your heart. Be with it. Being with the question means breathing it in and breathing it out, exhaling it. You become one with that. Okay, at this moment, I choose peace. At this moment, I choose peace. Excellent. Bring yourself back in here and just notice how you feel. Notice how you feel. How many of you guys feeling lighter? Excellent. How many of you feel happier? You feel a little joy perking up, coming up. Right. So this is the result of releasing any conflict, even any small or big conflict in your mind.